Have you ever seen this happen? A brilliant, well-funded project that just completely bombs? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the secret role that prevents these kinds of disasters. Think of them as the business architect. They're called a business analyst, and we're about to find out what they do. So, let's set the scene. You've got a company with a brilliant, totally game-changing idea, and they're not messing around. They pour millions of dollars into it. They get a top-tier team to build the perfect product. And then, the big launch day comes. And what happens? Crickets. Absolutely nothing. 0 users. The project is a total, catastrophic failure. So why does this happen? And it happens so often, right? Was the idea secretly bad? Was the team just not good enough? Well, most of the time, the answer is no to both of those. The real problem, the thing that sinks the ship, is a breakdown in translation. It's this total failure to connect that brilliant idea to what people, actually need. It's this massive gap between building something that's cool and creating a solution that provides genuine, real-world value. Okay, and this is where our hero steps onto the stage, the business analyst. Their entire mission, their whole reason for being, is to prevent this exact kind of train wreck by being the bridge between that big idea and the real world. Now, if you look it up, the formal definition is something like this: the practice of enabling change by defining needs and recommending solutions that deliver value. Okay, so what does that actually mean in plain English? It means they don't just take orders. Nope. They investigate, they ask the tough questions, they clarify everything to make sure the team isn't just building something fast, but that they're building the right thing. And this is so crucial. There's a quote from the Professional Guide that says it all. A solution must satisfy the business needs to be considered successful. Think about that. A solution isn't a success just because it was on time or on budget. It's a success only if it solves the actual business need. And a BA's job is to be a detective, to uncover that true need, which is almost always buried under a pile of assumptions and what people think they want. So how on earth do they find that true need? Well, it's not magic, and it's definitely not guesswork. They use this really powerful framework, 6 core concepts that are all connected to make sense of the chaos and make sure every single decision is pointing in the right direction. And this framework isn't just some boring checklist, it's a whole way of thinking. A business analyst is constantly asking these questions. What's the specific change we're trying to make here? What's the fundamental need that's really driving it? And who are all the stakeholders, the people involved? What do they actually value? By thinking through how all these pieces fit together, they make sure the final solution isn't just a shot in the dark. It's a laser-focused answer to a really well-understood problem. Okay, so they have this framework as their guide. Now what? How do they actually take everyone on that journey from a vague problem to a successful solution? Well, it follows a pretty clear and logical path. It's really a 4-step journey. First, they do a deep dive into the current state. What's working, and more importantly, what's broken right now. Second, they get everyone together to define a really clear, desired future state. Where do we want to go? Third, that's when they create the blueprint, the super detailed requirements that are going to get us there. And finally, they guide the change, making sure that vision actually becomes a reality, the right way. And this is a perfect way to visualize the core of their strategic work. They are, at heart, gap analysts. They create this crystal clear picture of the as-is state, the messy reality of today. And they put it right next to the to-be state, that vision of what success looks like. The whole project, that's the bridge they're designing to get from one side to the other. But how do they get all this info? How do they actually build that bridge? Well, it's not by guessing. They have a whole toolkit, a diverse set of proven techniques to get the job done. For example, they'll run workshops. Why? To break down those annoying silos and get all the key people in one room. This lets them align on the vision and hash out disagreements super early, which, believe me, prevents a ton of expensive changes down the road. They also conduct these really deep dive interviews, and they're not just there to hear opinions. They're trying to uncover the unspoken pain points, the hidden needs that never make it into a formal request document. They use prototyping, which is awesome. They create these mock-ups and wireframes so that everyone can literally see and feel the proposed solution. This way, people can give real, tangible feedback long before a single line of code is ever written. They'll use strategic tools like a SWOT analysis to see the bigger picture, assessing the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
This makes sure the solution isn't just a good idea in a vacuum, but that it's actually a smart move in the real world. And they pretty much act like detectives, using root cause analysis to dig past the obvious symptoms of a problem, like, say, falling sales, to find the underlying disease that's actually causing it in the first place. So when we put all of that together, the mission, the framework, the process, the tools, you really start to see the incredible value a business analyst brings to the table. I mean, the difference is just night and day. A project without a business analyst? It's often a recipe for disaster, confusion, wasted money, and a final product that completely misses the mark. But a project with a skilled BA, you get clarity, you get risk management, you get everyone on the same page. And most importantly, you get true, measurable value delivered. And listen, their job doesn't just stop at launch day. This final quote is so key. The management of requirements does not end once a solution is implemented. A great BA understands that a solution has to keep providing value for its entire life. They help make sure it adapts and continues to meet the business needs long after the initial project is considered done. Which brings us right back to where we started. So how many great ideas are lost in translation? A business analyst is that translator, that navigator, that architect. They are the ones who make sure that great ideas don't get lost, but instead get built on a solid foundation of real need, becoming the great solutions that truly, truly succeed.